40 years later, your list of artists is very long, I think.
About almost 300 albums.
Do you have special names or special persons that will you also remember during that 40 years?
Well, a lot of them. Of course, Hound Dog Taylor, my first artist. Sun Seals, who was completely unknown when I made his debut album in 1973. And we became very close. Coco Taylor. I also managed artists. I've managed Coco Taylor for 35 years and traveled with her all over the world, and we were like family. I was in her home a lot.
Was she special?
Well, Coco was the most honest person I've ever known. She would tell you exactly what she thought and exactly what she felt, and it came direct from her soul. There was no filter. She was almost like a second mother to me in many ways. Little Ed and the Blues Imperials.
Was also in Varenwinkel, I think, some years ago.
Mm-hmm. And Ed and I are also very close. He says that I'm like the father he never had. And Ed has had some difficult times. At one time he had some real problems with drugs. And he was trying to stay clean, and he came and he stayed in my house. He lived in my house.
You helped him a bit.
I tried.
Yeah.
He didn't get clean that time, but he eventually did get clean and it stayed clean. So a very special relationship there. I have very special relationships with my two youngsters, my kids. Who are here, Jerika Singleton and Selwyn Birchwood. I feel really like I am, in many ways, their father. And I'm guiding them, and we have relationships that are close beyond business relationships. When I sign an artist, I don't say, welcome to the label, I say, welcome to the family. And I really feel that way. I sign people. I don't just do recordings. I work with people, and I'll work with them as long as they want to work with me.
Do you refuse artists? Do you say?
Well, I am constantly barraged with submissions.
Now at this moment you're a big company, so everyone wants to come to you.
Well, by the standards of the United States record industry, I'm a very small company. We have 15 employees, we have 300 releases, but if we sell, 10 or 20,000 copies of an album, we're doing pretty well. By the standards of the record industry, that's nothing. So we represent about 1/50th of 1% of the music sales in the United States. It's very small, but in the blues world, we're very big.
That was
and I received demos and self-released recordings, hundreds of them, which I try to listen to every one of them. So I say no for every time I say yes, I say no 500 times.
Oh, that's much. Did blues music change during that 40 years?
Yes, but slowly.
Slowly.
Blues is a traditional music.
Yeah.
If it goes too far from the tradition, in some ways maybe it isn't blues. So for blues to change its structure, the blues, a lot of traditional blues is 12 bars and 3 changes. Yeah. It's 4/4 time. It's 2 lines repeated. For that to change, it needs artists who are willing to take some chances. I've always worked with artists who are willing to take chances, but some more than others. Again, my 2 kids, my 2 young artists here, are trying very hard to expand the definition of blues. And to me, it's always about how the music makes you feel, as much as how the music is structured.
I had a question about your kids. They are walking in your footsteps. Can I say that?
Well, they were mature artists when I first met them. Mm-hmm. I think that I've helped them to find their greatest strengths. I think that they're better musicians because of what I've been able to do with them, but they had to have all of those skills and all of those talents before I could do anything. I've pushed them to explore in their writing, in their song structures, to take chances, and of course to be honest, to make honest music that is an expression of themselves.